Hi there, welcome to today's video where I'm going to be adding to my collection of Halloween badges. You'll see a few here. Really because it's a nice and sort of quick and easy tutorial to work on. I've been working on some marketing stuff over the last few days, so I haven't had a huge amount of time, so just wanted to get something kind of quick and easy up today. I think I'm going to make a skull today. Really because I've wanted to make one for a little while, and maybe a witch or something like that. So yeah, we'll see how things go. Before I move on, I just wanted to mention that yes, I'm in the same jumper as last time because I've decided it's going to be my winter uniform. I've been looking around at other people that have YouTube channels, and some of them have a very specific thing that they'll wear for their straight to camera pieces, and I think it works quite well, so yeah, get used to it. Well, certainly until the springtime anyway, so unless I get completely fed up of it, you never know, I might wear something different at some point, but that's the plan anyway. So yeah, let's crack on and make some badges. So here are the little badges that I made last time, so I'm going to make them some pals today. And to start, I'm going to make the skull, I think. So with a white piece of clay, I'm just going to fashion a very loose skull shape, like so. I'm going to keep the design really simple. And as any polymer clay artist knows, white clay can be a complete nightmare to work with, so it's best to have some wet wipes on standby because you're going to need them. And I'm just going to work with a top set of teeth for my skull because it really simplifies the design. I'm just using my scalpel here to create some very basic teeth shape, like so. And just even those off with my blade cutting tool. As with all my videos, apologies for any background noise that you hear today. My studio's on quite a busy road, so it picks up a hell of a lot of traffic noise at times, and there's even some roadworks going on today, so it's making it quite the challenge. In case you're having any difficulty seeing this skull because it's white on white, I think it's a good idea just to add some yellow card here. Yeah, you can see that a little easier now, I think. So with my ball tool, I'm just going to create some eye sockets. And I need to make two small balls of black clay around about the same size that then situate into the sockets. And with my ball tool again, I'm just going to press those down. And I need to make just a very basic heart shape for the nasal cavity, which is easily done. And that just attaches upside down, like so. So it's really looking like a skull now. And I'll just pop in some eyeballs here. You can use whatever colour eyeballs you want really, or create your skull out of any colour. But I'm just going to go old school on this one, so add some pupils. And just to give it just a little pop of colour, because I think it needs it, I'm just going to add some little pink cheeks. And some eyebrows as well, just to give it some expression. And he's pretty much done, I think. So I'm moving on to the witch now. So I've got a nice green clay here. And I'm just going to fashion a face shape. And again with my ball tool, I'll just create some little sockets for the eyes. But you don't have to do this. You can put your eyes directly onto the clay if you want, if you feel it's easier. So I'm just going to do the same thing that I did with the skull really, add in some black clay. Makes it look really like an alien at this point. So I'm just going to press the black down and add in some eyeballs again. And some pupils. And she of course needs a pointy nose, so I've made just like a little cone shape here and bend it over so it's nice and nose shaped. And of course she needs a wart on there as well. For the mouth, I'm just going to use a scalpel just to cut into the clay. Just to create a very sort of basic shape, and that can be neatened off with a needle tool. But if you've any other tools kicking around like this one, you can always make a indentation for, you know, a sad mouth or a happy mouth, whichever you prefer really. It's all about keeping it as individual as possible, isn't it? It's a one-off piece that you're after really. And moving on to the hair. Just creating a couple of oblong shapes with a V shape at the bottom removed. And just press those in like so. And I just need to make her hat now. I'm approaching 1,000 subscribers, I've noticed, which is really exciting, and thanks ever so much for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I think what I'll do to celebrate is to finally do a little vlog on my studio, as it's nice to do something a bit special, isn't it? I think, however, I'll probably wait till early November to do that, because there's all sorts of stuff happening for Halloween, so it's kind of nice to focus on that while it's here. So yeah, just stay tuned for early November if you fancy seeing my work environments. So as a point of note, while you're making your little badges, just need to make sure that your fastenings are going to fit on the back, which this one does. But alternatively, you can also make your little models into pendants if you prefer. So you can make a very basic fastening like so, and you just need to press that down into the skull if that's what you wanted to do with yours, but I'm happy to keep this one as a badge, I think. So now they're ready to be baked, so you'll need to refer to your own brand of polymer clay's baking instructions. So now they're all baked and cooled, I think I'm going to add some Sculpey glaze just to some elements on the models. So I think his nose would look quite good with some glaze. And his cheeks. And maybe his eyes as well. Just gives it a nice sort of glisten here and there. And with the witch, I think her tooth needs a little bit of glaze, and maybe her eyes as well. And I'm going to use a 2-part epoxy glue, like Araldite if you're in the UK, just to attach the fastenings to the badges, like so. And again with the skull. Really easy. And I'll just pop those on an old wet wipe, just to ensure that they dry nice and flat. And you'll need to give them around 24 hours to dry nice and securely. And here they are in all of their Halloween glory. I hope you have lots of fun making yours. Hope you enjoyed that. I'll be back really soon, no doubt with another Halloween themed video. So yeah, stay tuned for more. Bye bye.